That took a little bit longer than expected. It's been a little while since I've set all this nonsense up. Which means, of course, there's not going to be anybody here, but that is perfectly normal, because this is just me goofing off. There should be a convergence happening from the Wizard's Tower here in about 4 minutes, so I'm going to hop in that, because I think I might have finished the weeklies, but I don't know if I did Convergences from the Wizard's Tower yet. I'm gonna look for Convergences at our nest. Yep, I still need one more to get my 3 in for the week for all 3 reward chests, so good timing. And then, knock on wood, I might actually be able to get a might actually be able to go from here and find some fractal groups, because I would like to run the 4 daily fractals before the reset, because all of them are pretty decent. And I really want to actually start making progress on ad infinitum. One of these steps here, which is the prototype fractal capacitor, needs an absolute crap ton of fractal relics to purchase, and I have been mightily slacking on those. So we'll see how convergences look today, and then see if fractals go well or not. Sometimes I do need to do the check to see, am I in some weird spec or the wrong combo of build and gear set, but it looks like I was actually in something useful. There are a lot of people who will run things like fractal, or things like convergences, especially in just regular full-on group DPS gear, and kind of hate to say it, but a lot of times those are the people you pick up off the floor a lot on the bosses, especially if there's any AoE. So I usually run a fairly survivability heavy build in here, so as not to be that guy. There will be plenty of that guys without my help. Alright, public convergence portal open. And it's a Saturday afternoon, so even if I get bounced into the first overflow, we should have a full 50 pretty quickly. Yeah, we already have 40 people clicking yes, so this is going to be a good, solid count here. Somebody's laid down power DPS food, so that's awesome. Because I'm just going to be running my power support herald here. Oh man, they laid down all 3 major food groups.
Portaled in as soon as we lost track of your astral fluctuation. I'll need to focus on maintaining our tether to Tyria. The nearest waypoint is a little out of range, so reviving will be a challenge. Luckily, Maban taught me a few tricks. Resurrection spells take a lot of magic. The best source of that here is going to be the essence that Ephard.
Quick thanks in map chat to whoever put down the food, because that is always appreciated. I know that at this point a lot of people have just absolute piles of those ascended foods saved up from doing cooking for so long, but it's still nice. So Flip my 3 facets here prior to engagement. And flip them back over. Grab a handful of essences here, and then the route I pretty much consistently run in here, just because it seems to go well and I know it, is heading to this little southwest island first to start off with the catapults and then do the bosses over here.
I keep losing my concentration.
Most people have kind of routes that they primarily stick to, or places that they do in the convergences, and as long as all of them get covered, everything gets finished. So the next catapult's going to be this spot right here. Got a whole handful of people here running the same routes as me. Really do need to get some more Soto mastery points so that I can get the mastery that lets me carry more essences. So that would mean fewer trips back to heal the rat in these, or just to dump off essences when I get full. As it is, I just filled up, which means I'm going to go back to the center island, drop these essences off of Zoja, and then I should still be able to catch up to at least one more catapult. I'm just going to head to the last catapult. Ooh, and somebody just dropped a banner in the meantime, so
and I can throw that power back in their face.
bonus.
Enough, and I might even be able to cast some additional protections. Be careful though. Demonic essence will drain your life force. Plus, there is that whole possession thing to worry about.
I missed this. I missed this one too. That's the catch to having to drop back to the center to drop off essences, is you're going to miss at least one catapult. Depending on the group, you might just flat out miss 2. This group, we have a lot of DPS. They've already finished off Malice. So while it means I did miss one, oh, and Envy, they've already broken the Defiance sign. So we have a lot of heavy hitters in here.
Click, click, boom. Unleashed. Score one for me.
Fill up on essence. Drop them off with the rat. And get a few hits in on...
Concentration.
Wow, they are absolutely crushing Malice here.
Damn it, Embark. Spread out to defeat them. Maybe
And
we
again,
can throw out
grab
whoever's
a bunch
holding
of
their
essence
strengths.
and dump it off on my way to continue my pattern. Thankfully I got here in time to tag the siege engine. And now we start on the mini bosses. And this is another reason why I like playing the builds I typically bring into Convergences here, because I am pretty tough and self-sustaining, so if I'm stuck fighting one of these mini bosses by myself for a little while, or they get a little bit hairy, I don't have to worry about immediately going splat onto the ground and dropping all of the essence I might have saved up at the time. So that can just be a pain.
Maybe I was the illusion all along. I'm in bad shape here.
See, somebody else is in here playing a revenant of some kind, but they were in legendary demon stance, popping their 6.
Twice next
I
time.
was seeing the flashing ground pools of nasty. That's another spec I do bring in here periodically, is the Condi damage herald. Which I've come to terms with the spear rev now that it is not so brutally overpowered as it was on first actual launch. And I do play it periodically, I just still really enjoy Power Herald more.
Still, barely.
Which does make me wish that I had either Twilight or just another Bolt, so that I would have more flexibility in my weapons, because I only have for this build I don't have the legendary spear, which is the legendary two-hander. I just have one-handed sword. So the other one is just an ascended that I think is assassin stats to just kind of, oh nope, it's berserker, just to kind of balance things out. Because in this build you kind of can't go wrong with that. Right, that should fill me up on essence, and back to the island to drop off. Then I will catch probably the next mini boss up on the very top. I should be able to get there and still get hits in on that one. And I apparently did not get the boost from the Skyscale launcher, but I'm still here in plenty of time.
Refreshing. Energized.
Ready for action.
Yeah, see, this person, Toyrelaith, is that other Rev who's using legendary demon stance that I keep seeing around, because she was in it again right here. I'll be nice and not blow everybody up. Even though, honestly, most people should be able to stack through those. But again, that goes back to, there are plenty of people who bring glass cannon builds into these. And, you know, to be fair, when I come in here on my Thief, I'm not in a glass cannon build per se, but I am in a build that heavily relies on me being able to attack and land hits to survive. So I can absolutely end up in bad scenarios where I lose all my self-sustain because I'm not in a position to hit anything and I'm taking environmental damage. So I'm not completely without sympathy for the people who splat a lot in these. Just mostly without sympathy.
I'm very satisfied.
Can't keep a good man down.
2. My general's already done. So amusingly enough, it's actually our island that's a little bit behind. Fill up on essence here and go make a run back to keep Zojja topped off. And again, I will be able to get back in time to, I think that's last of the dailies. I'm going to be able to get back in time easily to be able to help finish off that last lieutenant and then the high general that'll spawn. Perfect timing, just a few percent left. Unfortunately, on our group of islands here, we just have drawn a kind of annoying pattern of lieutenants and generals. You've got a lot of the ones that either rush around or do knockbacks. And that'll happen. Sometimes you just draw bad luck.
Refreshing. Glorious combination of skill. Hurts, doesn't it?
Behold, dragon and hero together.
Like this guy who's just pinballing all over the damn place. But he is almost dead, and we should be able to move on to the next phase. Which means I'm going to go and grab me some essence. And if we're really lucky,
I'll keep it vulnerable. You take it down.
nope.
Protected.
Sometimes if you just end up being really lucky, the big boss spawns on the platform you're already fighting on, so you don't have to go chase. And so we drew Umbriel today, who is most people's least favorite. I still think Sorrow is more annoying than Umbriel, just because of the gravity wells, but Umbriel's a really close second. Even after him being tuned down, he still kills enough people to just be really annoying. Because he does these phases here where there'll be moving axes that will knock you down and put really nasty bleeds on you, and he does the damage circles of badness at the same time. And you can just end up in a bad spot where you move to a spot that was safe just a second ago, but it turns out that axes were going through it, or a circle pops that you simply couldn't see because there was so much stuff going on, and you end up, knocked down, like I just got knocked down there, but only with one group of bleeds on me. Although that time I got knocked down into multiple bleeds. So you can just end up getting put in a really bad spot. Right, so Umbriel has split and put out all of his aspects, so we have to kill them because he's invulnerable until they all die. And then we do a quick bit of CC and on to the next island for his next 25%. This is actually a really good group in here. So, even with it being Umbriel, I don't think this is going to be too much of a pain. Although I hate it when he drops down to the edges of the water and stuff like this, because it's really hard to deal with the terrain and him being a jerk. So even though I don't have a lot of essence, I'm going to drop off what I do have, because, yep, just get way too hammered by those dots.
Crystal reflections.
You get those chain knockdowns, that's when stuff goes bad. Like again, right there, it was knockdown into multi-dots. It's a bad spot, but I'm stuck. Gotta get some attacks going so I get some battle scars healing.
Here come the flames.
That's much better.
Stand your ground.
So one of the reasons why I am walking into multiple bad circles, one of the reasons why I'm dodge rolling as often as I do, I just had way too many condies on me there. One of the reasons why I'm dodge rolling as often as I do on this character in this build is that my dodge roll heals and does some Connie clones. So it does at least help with periodic survivability for me and the people around me. So even if I have a million condies stacked up on me and just end up on one of those you're gonna die spots, it can maybe help get some condies off of. Oh, I just missed Soja. That was unfair. It can get some condies off of the people around me and help the overall group survivability. Refresh the banner buff. I should have refreshed food in an earlier stage, but I still have almost 45 minutes on that, so that's not bad. There we go, drop off essence, let his circles fall off. Now we go in.
Soften them up.
That was a blast.
Help! I don't have long.
You are all weaklings.
Help!
Return
Return
over here.
Full of all recovery.
Who's in some deep trouble?
Rip them up. You are finished.
Ideally on Umbriel, for the build I'm running, I want to be able to stay basically just right up on him, doing as many attacks as I can, because that's where a lot of my drips of self-healing come from battle scars. So the more time I have to spend away from him, even if it means I risk condies, it's still less survivable because I don't have all the battle scars generation and use for that incoming self-sustain. Right, make sure that the rat's topped off.
Sharp blades, sharp mind.
And not bad, because that meant that my sky scale ended up taking that dot and not me. So I'm fine with that. Worst sky scale owner 2024.
Behold, dragon and hero together.
Hope there's one aspect over here by himself.
Shield to the stone. It's making its way to the center island. We can end this here and now.
Okay. Last round through of collecting a bunch of essence so that I'm preloaded with as much as I can get. And center island to finish off Umbriel the Jerk. He's already doing his look away attack, but my sky scale ate it because I was midair. Yeah, essence dropped off, so now I can go in. Pick up this poor person who just died in a really unfortunate spot. And unfortunately that meant that I got caught.
Help me over here.
Several of us got caught on this spire right here where we didn't have a good way out, and there were a couple of the nasty red circles with Axie Death that kind of popped right on us, which will happen on Umbriel.
Sharp blades, sharp mind.
Back on my feet. Thanks to you.
I turned around right into his "don't look at me" beam. That was a classic mistake.
Concentration.
Maybe get some time hitting him to build up some healing here.
My power is like a tidal wave.
Sharp still.
Alright, he's about to split. We got quite a few down, but Zoja just popped a revive, so they're not going to get picked up. Let's see if I can get a couple of them back in the action.
Rise. So, if we pull through,
Sharp blades, sharp mind.
My
And
toes
that
might be
is that.
tingling, but at least that's
So when this finishes, there is still time to
Let's head back home.
grab some extra essence and hand it into Zoja just to, again, make progress towards the repeatable turn in however many over time to keep getting more of the Rift Essence boxes. Let's see. Nothing particularly special loot-wise. Sometimes you can get some really nice components for creating high-tier bags, but
recovery.
that's a very rare drop. I've only gotten one personally once. But I got a fair number of Rift Essences. So I'm gonna go dump those in the bank real quick.
That's refreshing.
I am overdue to turn some of these into amalgamateds to keep working on that, but my main bottleneck there, as always, is ectos. One of the joys of still working through gearing a lot of things is that ectos is a huge bottleneck for like a dozen different things at once. That's one of those things where you'll see a lot of people who say, oh yeah, I'm overflowing with ectos. I use ectos, I just turn them into this and do this with them, whatever. Forgetting that a lot of the rest of us are here going, I need every ecto I can get my hands on for like 8 different projects I'm trying to chip away at. Okay, so now we're going to bounce through the homestead into Lion's Arch. And once I get to Lion's Arch, going to do a quick check in LFG to see, is there anybody there running tier 2 fractals? That is kind of my comfort zone sweet spot right now. Fractals of the Mists, LFG. Alright, so they're doing challenge modes for specifically, and they're looking specifically for DPS also, which I'm not going to come in and say high DPS, because that is just not me. I do not have any true DPS builds that I have ready and built that I'm actually good at playing as well. So unfortunately, that is not a group that I'm going to say yes to. And they're the only one in tier 2 LFG right now.
Me too. I'd be slinging fish if it weren't for the jobs here.
LFG for Fractals is so hit or miss some days. take a little peek here and see if I can maybe get something in a few minutes. And if not, what else is going on right now, boss-wise? Yeah, unfortunately, this looks like it is kind of an awkward dead spot there. Dragon Storm's not for an hour. Defensive Omnitos is coming up in a couple minutes. That actually might be something to go do because I do need the those pieces. Oh hey, Tier 2 dailies are recommended. Excellent. Wait long enough and a group will pop. So we're just looking for one more here. I will drop the token cake. So what do we have? We've got a Firebrand, a Reaper, and a Vert. Don't know what everybody's running, but again, it's tier 2, which means we should be able to, by and large, just blast our way through as long as nobody is truly glass cannon-y. So we're starting off with 4. We'll probably just kind of hopefully pick up a 5th as we are in progress. So let's see. No Neck Nick is our Firebrand. High Maintenance is our Reaper, and Dark Knight is our Virtuoso. I think our Vert might be AFK. Nope, there we go. They just readied.
Amazing! This fractal seems to incorporate energy signatures from multiple fractals.
Wait, where and when did you come from? No, you're going to ruin everything! I'm warned. You don't belong here. Get out now! You should know that I have a fully charged diaphanous diffraction randomizer.
Alright, so we're starting off with Chaos, which means we don't go up, we get platforms next. Which means I'm going to turn off most of my boons, because they can mess this up.
I don't understand. These instability readings are unprecedented.
There's pretty much 2 options for... Whoa! Almost missed that jump. There's pretty much 2 options for doing this depending on your group. You can either fight each platform as you go up, or you can do what we did here, which is basically just bounce through them.
Radiant chaotic energy jamming this frequency.
And when somebody gets to the platform for the first boss here, where you get the next objective, anybody who needs to catch up can just /GG and respawn up right where we are to do a catch up. So all you really need is at least one person to get to the checkpoint. Oh, we did pick up our 5th, so we picked up a Revenant. A base Revenant. That's awesome. So this might be somebody who's really new, or they might just really like Core Revenant.
Your efforts are only helping me to eventually
What is our Mistlock instability? Frailty. Okay. Do not care about Frailty. That person did a very good job of dropping the puddle of bad away from the group when they saw they had it.
Maybe some shielding. best eliminate that last golem and strengthen the next assault instead.
I almost didn't because I clicked outside the border of the game and had to click back in.
No? Too bad.
Because I am bad at games. Yeah, our other Rev is running Core Revenant. That's actually really awesome.
I'm incarnating the ultimate killer golem to deal
And they've got 28 AR, so that should be fine for today's Fractals, actually. But yeah, so that does kind of indicate that they're either newer or this is a newer alt for them, one of the two.
doing this to me.
Excellent job dropping the bad away from the group. Yeah, we didn't have anybody who bombed the group on this one. That's actually kind of weird. Right, now we head into the snow. I do really like the Chaos Fractal just because it's a little mini remix of other Fractals.
Feel free to quiz
Whatever it is you imagine you're doing in here.
Try following flight.
Oh, no, you don't. There. Was she always this stubborn? Allow me to demonstrate that I'm the one in control here.
And of course we get stuck on terrain because, wow, and miss our jump.
I need help. I'm in your debt.
And then we blast this guy down quick.
Yeah.
Looks like my
Support is required here. Sending in some backup.
I want that.
doing all of my hard work. I destroy you for this, but it seems my
Nice and smooth one down.
I was
Swampland next, where I will inevitably hit about 80 bajillion of the traps because it's what I do.
Swamp. I knew I should have spent
Fast as the wind.
repellent before you left. Those biting things just waiting to... Oh, no, never mind.
So let's go exploring and looking for our wisps. So I might be able to make it off to this one here. I got somebody else coming with me. All right, we have one wisp grabbed already, so it's on.
I can barely stand.
But we got all three in time, so now we get the little wolf guy mini boss.
Protected.
Thankfully, pretty much everybody in the group seems to know mechanics, so knock on wood, they will all know how to rotate around to stay in the light to kill things.
Protect.
That was a really quick first burn. Okay, light is fading, so on we go to the next one. And everybody came with. Awesome. That's a good sign. We should be losing our light here anytime.
Your soul is mine. Sharp blade, sharp mind.
Suffer!
Stand your ground.
We should be coming active again soon. Here it comes. Okay, now we all need to split up and get wisps. No one's going to this one, so this one will be mine. And now we finish her off. Nice and smooth.
Creepy. Slots. Squirming. Hungry. Crawling.
This was just the recommended, it wasn't the daily, but it's a chest, and it's a good chest, so absolutely taking that. Twilight Oasis. So we'll see what method the group uses here, and if anybody knows the layout and the tricks well enough to lead.
We've started without you.
High maintenance does seem like they're pretty darn on the ball, so I am just going to stick with them because I think they're going to be doing the
Spearhead the assault.
We are going through to avoid and go straight to the first mini-boss.
There's no hiding behind those masks. I recognize you. You betrayed us. Come to your senses. Help us stop the slaughter. Help us
Hello,
stop
Choco. That reanimated cadaver hurts my eyes. Anyway, it appears you're somewhere in Alona. in the past.
What have you become?
Judging by your
We are
gear,
not your
I'd say
enemy.
you're more than
You may not want to do it,
broken my
but
Joko.
remember,
He's just an echo's will. You can't change history by your actions here.
just do what's needed to stabilize the fractal.
Alright, one mini boss down.
Perhaps lacking a bit in spectacle. Still, your kin approves. My powers of perception are confirmed.
And now we go have our little event where one of these days we're gonna kill this boss. It's gonna happen. Have faith. We will win this fight.
There can be no mercy for traitors. Fall back!
First day is not that day.
I wonder if she'll still have it once we've persuaded her to join our cause.
It honestly would be kind of hilarious if 1 year for like April Fools or Internet pulls out like an alternative version of this fractal where you do win this fight and there's just a different path. It would be a ton of work for very little payoff, but I would find it very amusing. Okay, now we are transformed.
Use my gift.
And yep, high maintenance is
Show your friends no
leading through the skip here.
repay the kindness of your benevolent
I
king.
do hate waiting on a refresh of these of this jump ability sometimes before it builds up stacks.
I don't know who you are, traitors, but you deserve your death.
This is the one where I always forget what the correct, quickest, and easiest path to it is. Oh,
Trust the word of the
we
deceiver
lost some
Choco?
there.
Fools. Dead fools.
Might have to be a pickup. Oh, nope, they got they might have gotten a rally.
Your ground, Sunsphere! Just a little longer!
Effective. Now finish this. There can be no mercy.
Let the NPCs do some of the work in here.
That Sunspear. Bring her down.
Nice to have some meat shields actually taking damage for us instead. Okay, now it's boss time. Let's see if somebody calls a target. Nope. So I will.
Mother of Illusion, grant me your strength!
Alright, nice break bar. And of course I got birded.
No! Melandru take you! Earth consume you! Goddess of nature, lend me your power! Stop! This is pure evil! Wayna, help me!
Take her down the next chunk of the way. A lot of damage in there for a second.
Goddess of light, obliterate the dead! Make them suffer! Your lives were forfeit the instant you succumb to the Lich! Die! Suffer for eternity! God of death, tear out their souls! Balthazar, God of war, grant me victory!
And last 25%.
Balthazar, please! Do not let them survive! Perish with me, traitors!
And token last hits.
Gods, take you!
Nice and quick. Yeah.
All of you!
Whoever high maintenance is, they definitely... They've been in here a time or three.
Now, simply pledge your allegiance.
I'm always happy for somebody else to be the one leading the way through anything. I think we have one more left. Do you not remember what the last one is? Oh yeah, cliffside. We need to do the actual cliffside. Forgot the cliffside was one because we started off with chaos, so in my mind we had already done it. But it does not work that way. Any cutscene will start here shortly.
Are you feeling this? Something that gargantuan must be chained there for a reason. I don't know about that. If those zealots are trying to kill you, perhaps this behemoth can't be all bad.
And now we go up
Locate
to
a method to liberate it.
And I do not know why I'm getting stuck on everything today, but every little 1 pixel is nailing me. They're gonna have to drop a hammer there shortly. Left that one until the last possible hit. Oh yeah, that's right. This is the one where they gave you another one up top. I always forget which one that is. Traps are all turned off. Get a new Mistlock Singularity. And the new hammer. Drop the hammer for somebody else. But the nice thing about being a Rev is I do get to charge the hammer really easily. Well, about being a Herald specifically, is I get to charge the hammer really easily because my boons mean that I don't necessarily have to get actual hits in on the enemies. Just so long as I am actually keeping my boons up and the rest of the group is doing the hitty thing. To this side, guys. Oh, Mesmer portal. Now some super speed to get back quicker. And now we're back. And we have the Ramps of Fire, which I do not run up this one yet. Nope. That was just purely idiocy there. Okay, they've got them turned off. hammer bonk, and that is that. I think we might be doing the tier 1 recommended in this group as well. Wait and see. I also do see people without food. Nope, okay, so we are done and dropping. That was a nice, quick, and efficient blast through the T2s. You might actually have done the... What was the T1 recommended today? Oh, the T1 recommended was Cliffside. That's why we did Cliffside. Duh. So we got that knocked out. Oh no, the T1 recommended was Molten Boss. We did skip Molten Boss, but I do not mind missing just the T1 recommended. Alright, so I'm going to head in so that I can take a peek and see what I came out with, how my keys are looking, stuff like that. Alright, so first of all, get rid of the just material stuff and random greens. Break those down. Alright, so got a handful of yellows, which doesn't suck. Yep, came out with 5 yellows, 4 ectos. Not gonna complain about that. Sell some junk real quick before I do the big sell. And now the boxes. So let's see. Fighter's cash. Ooh, Violent Condensed Mist Essence. Doesn't suck. 3 add-up chests. Precision, toughness, condition damage. Meh, but it's, oh wow. It's already infused, so that means it is ready to break down. That really doesn't suck. So that was solid.
Look at this. So pretty.
Okay, so some more research pages. Okay, deposit all the random stuff. Oh, I'm overflowing on +1 agony infusions again, which means I need to buy some more. Got a good handful of these potions, which I'm not using right now, so I usually just turn around and sell them for more fractal relics, because that's what I really need. I'm up to 520, and I need... The thing I need to buy from 543.73 over here for the next... for the stage of ad infinitum I'm working on costs... What is it? 1350. So, yeah, I've still got a ways to go on that. I need 800 odd. But, got 7 keys, and this is not a stat spread that I'm going to use on any of my builds, I don't think. The toughness in there kind of makes it only a solo only thing, and condition, precision, toughness is a little awkward. So that's probably going to get broken down. The nice thing is it's already infused, so it's going to break down into extra mats. See, where are my random rings? I know I've got some random rings. Yeah, the stuff you get in here loves to give you toughness, which I don't run on a lot of my builds outside of healing. So, at least not in the rings. But that's already infused, which is excellent. Let's see, I was looking to see, do I have any salvage tools still, or do I need to buy more? I do not have any leftover ascended salvage tools, so we're just going to pick some of those up real quick. I just need one for now. Not a particularly great result out of it, but I'll take it. Because I am going to need those stabilized matrices for crafting. So any ones I get without having to buy them on the auction house doesn't suck. I just was hoping for better results from deconstructing it. Okay, potions ended up with 22 handfuls of relics, which means 66 relics, which gets me up to 584.
Rare treasure.
And then our primary gold profit got 7 keys. So 350 to 352. So 2 golden change from just junk from the boxes. Again, not a whole lot of great luck on drops, but none of it was terrible. It's just really middle of the road. Actually, I got some decent key luck, so I'm going to... Even though I am saving fractal relics for that ad infinitum piece, I'm still going to pop the 30 for today's deeply discounted.
Until next time.
Because again, still 550 relics, so ain't doing too bad.
Look at this. So pretty.
And 6 relics back, plus some keys back. And back up a little over where I started with gold-wise. And back up to keys in the bank again. Not bad. And about 20 minutes to kill before the Mount Balrior convergence. These fractals, the group came together and the fractals were run through a little quicker than I was actually expecting. Which I will not complain about. So, do I still need... Okay, so I've done my rift hunting for Janthier. I was pretty sure I'd finished those. I'll bet I have a bunch undone and... yeah. I have a lot left to do for Soto. I'll head to probably Omnitas for the moment. Let me see what I am most hard up for currency-wise between the 3 islands. It's Omnitas. It's always Omnitas. So I'm going to see if I can pop over to Omnitos from the Wizard's Tower here and knock out a couple of Rift Hunts at least. Get some quick T1s. There might be a Rift Hunting group out there, or T1 Rifts are easily soloable, so I should be able to just find those and take care of them.
Look at this. So pretty.
Pick up my quick and easy one there from the lesser chest, and let's just see if there's a good... I don't particularly like any of those exchanges. Okay. Well, at the heart of the obscure, and where's our first rift at? Okay. This direction, which usually means... Oh, yep, somebody's already over there doing it. I'll come back for the Rich Mithril, because I want to see if I can get all the way over to this rift before they finish it. I might not. I see somebody else has the same exact idea and is heading there. But they're still just in the drawing the rift out. Perfect. I would have liked to get here for the pre-stage to just get that extra box, but whatever. Hop on the bunny goat. Just with a little bit of upfront CC. Yes, I know the Warclaw does more, but the bunny goat is just funny. Seriously, you wouldn't hid behind the tree? That is just a jerk move and you know it.
Set them up for the kill.
Not very satisfying.
That's not bad. One quick rift down. Before I go looking for another, I'm going to go nab that rich mithril vein before I completely forget about it. Which means I want to equip my good harvesting tools.
Fury rising!
Okay, next rift. That, I think, is going to be probably the one that spawns over here. So I'm going to take a gamble and hit a waypoint.
We need supplies. And get those turrets back online.
It's honestly kind of a pain getting to this one from that one. But I should be able to loop around and drop down into the courtyard from here. Perfect.
Demons, look out!
And hello, enemies. And again, the thing here is just kill enough Cryptus to, as per Soto standard, fill a progress bar to generate the next stage of the rift. Soto loved Phil Barr as objective. Janther did kind of carry that on somewhat, but they have generally a much better implementation of it, thankfully. And yeah, again, in this build and gear set, I cannot blast out a ton of damage, but I also am kind of survivable as hell for a boon DPS. Which, me being me, something I kind of need. I should be able to get 1 or 2 more rifts done, just depending on the timing, before it's time to hop over to Janther. Oh. Person got here just in time. Jerk knockdown.
Behold, dragon and hero together.
And yes, I'm complaining about knockdown while firmly realizing, I know that I don't run stability.
I am that.
So it is, to a large degree, my own damn fault. Okay, so we're off this way. Not on the map, but I might be... a sneaking suspicion I might be over by balance. Oh, that's somebody trying to run the group event. Yeah, they just put a, they just in map chat put that they were trying to do the Lear escort. I am not going to be here long enough to do that. Sorry, bud. This is just a couple of rift hunts, and then I'm popping to Janther for the Convergence in Mount Balrior. I hope they get a group, because it looks like they're doing the entire chain. Alright, where is this damn rift? Oh, it's the one all the way over here. Yeah, that was probably not the best waypoint use could have done. And this guy's scale is just going to be here and in the way, so I'm going to take him out. Oh, that guy's already starting the rift. This yellow mob was ultimately going to aggro because they were just going to get hit by cleave damage. These guys that can run at full speed faster than we do without swiftness or super speed and do it in combat just annoy me. Right, pop this guy open. Nice, we had a few people show up to this one. Always a good thing. That, I think, is the Mechanist who showed up, seen them around. Might be from the last rift we did, might just be seeing them someplace else.
Your seeds are showing.
Protected.
That one went really quickly, partly because we had people show up, so we still have time to keep doing a few more. Not 100% sure where that one spawns, so not going to waypoint. I'm just going to sky scale my way there so I can keep triangulating periodically. Nope, still ahead and down. I see it down there. On my way. Oh, somebody's already popped it, so it's starting. This is one of the annoying ones because the Rift Precursor mobs start all over the dang place and there's a lot of terrain to kind of pull them through. But frankly, anything is better than the Interneos Rifts because they're all the stupid defense rifts where you have to stop certain mobs from getting past you into the rift and escaping. So unless you are a very blasty burst damage build, you can easily end up just having a really crappy score on them. Just by virtue of not being a quick burst down. That wasn't a rift mob, but we also have a.
Fury rising.
Wait, hang on a sec. Okay, there we go. I really thought we had all of those cleared, but apparently we were a little gun jumpy there.
Lear, how nice of you to finally show up.
Red!
Behold, dragon and hero together.
Me? Impressive.
Alright, seal the rift here. Where is the next one? I'm gonna take a peek at where this is, because there might be time to do one more. I think this is the one that's all the way on the other island, or it might be in the corridor here. If it's in the corridor here, then it's worth doing. If not, I don't know if I want to do the travel.
My help was needed elsewhere.
And oh, perfect. I just don't want to risk missing the Mount Balrior Convergence, because that is more fun than rifts.
I need healing. Seriously.
Doing these is really kind of killing time and shits and giggles.
That had to hurt.
As it stands, the Mount Balrior Rift is going to go active in 8 minutes, so that is good timing for us to take a couple minutes, finish this rift off, and still get there with time to spare. Just this is another one of those where the precursor mobs, the pre-event mobs, spawn really scattered out, and it's just obnoxious.
Protected.
But there should be one last kill. There we go. And this is honestly basically perfect timing because this will be 5 out of 5 for Omnitas. Yeah, pretty much the exact perfect timing to be there early for the Mount Valrior Convergence to make sure that we don't end up in the overflow. Right, Omnitas Incursions, 5 out of 5. So I am taking the Homestead shortcut and bouncing over to Janthier.
What is this tool?
This, my furry friend, is a waypoint. It is a device commonly used to... Lift your voice, small one. We cannot hear you.
And when I do this one, most of the time, I switch to a Condi build with a short bow just to be able to run around and keep ranged on things, but staying survivable, and yep, that's what I left on. So I have things like the weapons and my accessories, primarily Viper, but I leave the armor on at Celestial, so I have a decent amount of health and healing generation, and I should still be, yep, Relic of Zakharos, perfect. It's just a lot easier to get tags, run around, and keep control of things when you're not a pure melee in here. So short bow rev is a nice compromise.
Where am I?
It is kind of interesting how over time this has gone from everybody showing up like 10 minutes early just to make sure they're here at the right time for the portal to open and everything, to people knowing the timing well enough that you see a lot of people floating in, 2 minutes before the portal's opening. People have gotten used to it enough that it's now one that everybody's just fine cutting close. But they haven't even started telling the story yet, so we have a couple minutes. This person is very colorful. Oh, here we go. Story time is starting.
One the Ashmakers will weave.
Let me tell you a story.
Centuries to come. The day the Wayfinder and I crawled to the top of Mount Balrior.
Mount Balrior is always interesting just to see kind of what variety we get today.
It is a story of allies pitted against
Spearvert.
unrelenting challenge. The fight for survival.
The fight for survival.
We use to carve out legend.
Sharp blade, sharp mind. I'm fast as the wind.
Nice, I got in one that filled up nice and quick.
Rise.
Let's see if anybody drops Condi food. I don't think I have any on me. Mainly I just have random stuff that I have left over from doing discoveries, and yeah, kind of just some crap.
Our tale starts, as most do,
So,
with deceptive
this might be a birthday cake group. Oh well.
The Wayfinder happened upon a quaint supply caravan.
Somebody's on the plush Warclaw. I really want that skin. It is very neat. Oh, somebody dropped a banner though.
All in good time, young ones.
Really want that skin, but I just can't drop the gems on it right now, unfortunately. So I have the sneaking feeling that's gonna have to be one of those where I save up some gems and wait for it to come back around the second time, because I imagine they're gonna be pulling it out of the gem store before too much longer to build anticipation.
They're the strongest.
Gotta get that supply and demand kind of thing going.
Calm before the storm.
Refusing to relent, another wave of the stranger's fall attacked the caravan.
Fire! Sharper still.
Alright, now we have our next bit of story time here.
Thanks to the
And
Wayfinder's
again, just like
efforts,
the Soda
caravan
Convergence,
reached its
this one,
destination.
I kind of have a habitual pattern that I tend to do unless I'm in an organized group and get sent to a different thumper location and route. Ooh, somebody dropped
Challenge
Cody
had
food.
only just begun.
Actually, no, that's the
The caravan was
Dang it.
transporting parts
It is-
for a very
it is power food, but
device. A
whatever.
tectonic thumper.
I'll still take it.
Mean stoic alder?
I'm fast as the wind.
You see,
But yeah, unless I'm in an organized group that gets certain subgroups sent
this device was an essential
to specific places, I tend
Wayfinder's
to
triumph over the Titan.
do the thumper down here.
As our intrepid band of heroes set up camp,
An Astral Ward lieutenant approached the Wayfinder. Her name was Visha Foeraiser, and she was the
Really want that
inventor
plush
of the
boss
tectonic
skin. It
thumper.
is so cool.
You there! Stop dawdling and make yourself useful!
She was rather rude.
This thumper may be up and running, but it requires calibrated magic to work on.
Generally on these, you don't want everybody to immediately show up and start sniffing at a site at the same time, because that can bug it if too many people try to uncover the site at once, and you'll end up with not all of your sites populated. So everybody on that one did a very good job of not all rushing right in and using the sniff ability. They basically let the first person who got there do the sniff. That was really good. So I'm probably going to grab 2 sleds and then move on to Essence. Usually a pretty solid mix. It's always kind of interesting on this one with how many people really put effort into the early parts and how many of them just go right to the boss spawn area and AFK there while everybody else does these. Because there are definitely convergences in here where I will be at like 170% before I even get the chance to engage Decima, just from doing so much of this stuff while other people are nerfing off. Okay. So there's plenty of reinforcements. So now kill these guys and run Essence.
They fought on.
Clear the air!
Almost full up. And we don't have the one down the hill. Nope. Okay. Sometimes there is an essence receptacle down the hill there, which is a little bit shorter run than up here. But no dice.
Oh no! The monsters are attacking the camp! Stop them, Wayfinder!
That got me to 69% participation so far. Nice. That's good.
Behold, dragon and hero together.
I will laugh if that other Rev who's running around and was just popping Legendary Demons dance there is the same Herald from the other Convergence. I highly doubt it, because again, common build, popular, etc. You know, a Rev using Legendary Demons dance. Who'd have thunk it? kind of your core Condi build, but it would be really funny. Alright, I'm gonna go run this essence real quick.
An unsettling, eerie fog rolled in, covering the mountainside like a blanket.
The mist tides.
Indeed.
Plus, it gives me a chance to knock out that elite real quick.
With the patrol felled, it left fewer of the stranger's minions to worry about.
Real leather, let me mount. Thank you.
The ground shook.
Alright, so our thumper finished, so essence, and more essence.
Rattled the mountain's very core.
And Decima's already spawned.
Unable to stand the noise and fury any longer, the Titan at last angrily surfaced. Her name
up I go.
was Decima, and she was most displeased.
I'm just going to hand in my essence here to make it easy. Yeah, 143% before engaging Decima. I would say that I am doing my part.
As the Wayfinder reached the top
Hopefully
of
on
the
my way in I don't immediately get tagged for distance.
of distant memory appeared. Through a focused mind, he channeled his energies, forming a link between the mountain
Drop this
top
off here,
and the camp.
so as not to power up any of the pylons. Body block on this one here. Collect me some essence while it's safe.
Glorious combination of skills. You can't stop me! Calm before the storm. It's over.
It's already starting off as a little bit of a shit show with a bunch of amped up pylons. I have a feeling that this is just because it bugged. Oh, somebody absolutely swung that red beam. Do not do that. That is an immediate yes to the question, am I the asshole?
Assistance, please! Vigor. Recover. Protect. Sharp blade.
Behold, dragon and hero together.
Okay.
Not on my watch. There! She ran away!
Where we going?
That she did, but the Wayfinder was hot on her trail. With the help of their faithful journeykin, they sniffed
Collect the
out
Titan
direction she
stank to
fled
sniff her out.
and gave chase.
And this is actually kind of a little mini tip for this one that I hadn't even thought of until I saw somebody note it on Muckluck's video guide to this convergence, which is do not turn in your essence at the end of these phases. Save it while you're doing that run there and turn it in once you're teleported back up to the top, because essence actually does make you run faster even on a mount, so it gives you the increased movement speed going through that phase there. You so regularly see people as soon as Decima phases into the next one, hand in their essence before running off, which, you know, kind of made sense until you realize that, oh yeah, it's giving me run speed. I should turn it in after we do this. So that is why I only stick around at the second phase.
Health, vigor,
And that because the second phase transition is when she drops a pile of essence in the middle. So I grab that and then run off. But you always want to be turning in at the beginning of a phase, not during that ending transition. Unless for some reason you're ending a transition phase full of essence and you can't pick up at the second. But that's pretty niche. Somebody did a very good job with the red beam there, aside from the fact that several people just stood there. They did not swing it around wildly, and they got to a pillar for safety like they were supposed to. But a bunch of other people just stood right in the beam. The person wielding the red beam is not always automatically the asshole if they are doing the correct thing and quickly getting to a safe position with a minimum of faffing about. It is sometimes your fault for standing in the bad. That person did a perfect job aiming that beam between pillars so that they weren't swinging it through the group, even though it was the orange beam, and so that no pillar got hit and powered up. Love to see it. Right. And again, that person who got the red beam, minimum of movement, got to a safe spot. Two people just stood in the beam. That was not the red beam runner's fault. They did that basically textbook.
Always rise, and you will always fail.
So again, it's a very good group of all the damage is going out really well. We haven't had a bunch of wildly swinging beam wielders, at least for the dangerous ones. That person chose the option of not having a great safe spot, so just staying in an isolated area and letting the beam kill them, rather than swinging the beam through the group to try and get to a safe spot. Still better if they could have gotten a little further off to the side, because I think they had some options that they could have used to stay safe and not swing the beam through the group, but when in doubt, take the one death versus the many. So cannot argue with that. Where is all the way on their side? That's right, this is the last one. For some reason I thought we were still at the 50%.
Always rise, and you will always fail.
Wonderful combination.
Okay, red beam wielder is staying steady.
Come here, anyone? Help! Swirl like sand.
Out of my way.
Here nor there.
some last minute essence here.
Beautiful blend of talents.
As soon as I can combat now. Oh. Turn that in and should be done. When I get my last essence turned in there. Oh, must have hit a an achievement, I guess. Blood Moon Spear of Blood. Well, it's aptly named.
Rare treasure.
Yay!
Yeah, was that
The Wayfinder sure is strong.
Convergences, Mount Balrior?
Indeed, they are a mighty warrior. One that
I finished Conqueror a while ago. Yeah, I don't know what that one was.
That won the day.
Might have been random.
Everyone's.
I'll take it. It's a Blood Spear of Blood.
The astral ward.
What does it look
All
like?
of us putting aside our differences.
Okay, that's actually kind of a kind of a silly model.
When we all work together, the mountains shake.
Okay,
and
did we get
titans
anything else?
fall. Always remember that, young ones.
Primarily rift extractions. Yeah, that looked like it was for an achievement. I got gold and some other stuff from doing it. So I will have to look to see what that actually came from.
Another.
Hero's Choice Chest, which is going to get stashed for when I need to pull mats. So yeah, none of the rare stuff, but I'm gonna look that up. What actually gave me that? That had to have come from an achievement with all this stuff. So Blood Moon Spear of Blood. Oh, no, that is just a random possible reward on completing the convergence. Neat. I almost never get any of the random extra stuff, so I am not going to complain. Go drop this stuff off in the bank. Let's see, tab 7 gets... One of these days I'll do something with Rift Essence coffers. But the problem is that the keys to open them are just so dang expensive because they're also the items used to launch non-public rifts that it is just not worth using them to open coffers. Gotta start gearing somebody else out for Fractals with Agony Infusions, or build my next medium legendary so that I can use that +9 and buy one more, because I already am overcapped on the +1s again. I'll do a round of those one day too. Let's see, is that... Oh, that's not even bound. I wonder what these are selling for right now. Oh, that is tempting to just sell that for gold. It really is. Because that's a fair handful of ectos. I will decide what to do with that later now. I did not think that they'd be going for quite that much still. That's more of a conundrum than I was expecting.
Farewell.
But I think, oh, actually, no, that's not the last thing I want to do today, because I have not fed the converters. I am at the very least going to feed Star of Gratitude and Gleam of Sentience with some stuff. See if we get lucky on anything that comes out of these.
Farewell.
I should have a decent chunk of bloodstone again. So I will feed Herta as well. Okay, let's see if we get anything good from these. Falling stone, kind of not. Some random crap. And fluctuating masses gave us also kind of crap. Oh, that does remind me I need to turn some quartz into charged quartz because I am pretty much full in my material storage again. So let's just do that now. Should be doing that more often, but I also just don't use charged quartz all that often either. So it's kind of a toss-up. Charged quartz is technically valuable to convert if you are using it to craft things and then turning around and using those things. If not, then it's a little bit wonky. Kind of a toss-up as to whether it's legitimately worth not simply selling your quartz. But that, I believe, is a nice stopping point. Got both Convergences run, got the daily Fractals run, and got some rifts. And really good groups for all of them, too, which doesn't suck. And let's see, is anybody actually online doing stuff? Jebro's live. Jebro's good people, so we'll go over there.